We came to show out. We gonna show up. We came to show out. We gonna show up. We came to show out. We gonna show up. We came to show out. We gonna show up. We came to show out. We gonna show up. We came to show out. We gonna show up. We came to show out. It's Ring Wars, filling the drought. Show up and show out. Ring Wars, Carolina. 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 RWCC.
So you know I have hand-selected these next few matches. And I know who I don't want in this match. And I know you guys know who I don't want in this match. So we don't have to worry about that tonight. Because I do what I do. So, with all that being said, are you guys ready for this next qualifier? Come on, man. This is for Battle Zone, the first ever. Right here in the square circle.
I can beat all 6 of them, and you know that.
He knows it. I don't. I don't.
Lumberton, North Carolina. Family appreciation. I'm so glad I'm not related to someone. That's what I thought. I got an important section. Tex Carter. You came up here earlier, you made everybody come out and this big hoorah. I'm Tex Carter. We're going to have a big turn today. We're going to make somebody check. Well, why don't you just go ahead and cut your losses and go ahead and tell these people so they can just go ahead and start cheering AB now, because you're looking at the next Ring Wars Carolina heavyweight champion.
You know it. First off, we already have the 6 back there. He's not one. He's not. So,
I don't know if you've seen, if you look at this man, look, I want every last one of y'all to look at this man. Because I think every last one of y'all got kryptonite in your pocket. But let me just tell you this ain't Superman. This is the man.
go out here and just pass out a whole box of straws because every last one of you guys suck. So, Mr. Dex Carter, I'm here to tell you. Hey, I got both box of straws for this whole section because all you guys suck. Now, what I was saying, I know I'm your #1 fan. You don't have to show me. I know this. But I know you're his #1 fan too. You don't have to tell him. We already know this. You can hold all the #1s up you want. Don't waste your time on that. We got bigger fish to fry, and this little shrimp is not wrong. Dex Carter, I don't know who you got coming out next, and to be honest with you, I really don't care. But whoever it is, just know, you can't start the match, you can't have the tournament, it ain't gonna matter until you start it off with A and B. So no matter who you got, bring them on out, and let's get this thing started. Because this man is
So, cool, you're in. That's your opponent right here. Welcome back to RWC.
Stephen Hensley, what a big way to start this episode of Ring Wars Carolina Battlegrounds, literally and figuratively.
Well, you're right about that, fans. You picked a good time to watch our program joining us today because, man, this is a heavy hitter starting things off.
Oh yeah, Side Effect in there with Aaron Biggs. A lot of extra meat in the ring.
And if you like meat, bud, we're basically a deli counter.
The Side Effect with some new attire, that orange mask, very different compared to the red one he normally wears.
Looks almost like a man who's been incarcerated.
Yeah.
And, you know, Side Effect, he keeps all that rage inside. He's ready to let it free. Much like a prisoner, he's ready to run wild.
And referee Trevor's going to have his hands full with this one as Side Effect goes over to the corner.
This is a unique situation for Mr. Biggs to be in. We've seen him out here a lot recently, laying waste to everyone. Most recently, Rip Cannon fell prey to him in a massive way.
And there's Aaron Biggs going in quick and fast.
I was going to say, unique in the fact that for once he's not in there with a guy whose size he completely and utterly dwarfs. Side Effect, he's a big, big boy too.
Oh yeah, we've seen these two slap meet at the Golden Opportunity Rumble.
And Aaron Biggs, he's well aware of everything I was saying. That's why you saw him run in there so quick.
Yeah, you're going to have to go to work on Side Effect quickly and hard because you better hit with some impact. Otherwise, Side Effect's just going to roll you over like a freight train.
Well, Aaron Biggs is on top of it. You see him following him into the corner. He was on top of him right now. Going to send him across the ring. Side Effect, though, quick on the reversal.
Yeah, Side Effect. Oh! No avail to either one.
Well, unstoppable force, immovable object, John.
Side Effect coming off with one of his own and absolutely no movement change.
No give by either man, and you know, you see them next to each other. You can see plainly here, I believe Biggs has a minor size advantage. And I do say that with a hint of resignation. I could be wrong.
I think the one check mark you can give Aaron Biggs that gives him favor in this match is experience, because you and I both know Aaron Biggs has been at this a little bit longer than Side Effect. But I tell you what, Aaron Biggs might as well be hitting the win for the effect that he's having.
Well, you're right about that. Side Effect doesn't seem to show a sign of wear and tear at all, and he's unloading on Aaron Biggs right now, and those are some firm shots, and you see him catch him in the gut there. I'm surprised that Biggs felt that. He has such a massive frame. Usually, he absorbs those blows.
Yeah, but the power that Side Effect used had Aaron Biggs double over, and that's a rarity.
And Side Effect with a slap to the face of Aaron Biggs. Don't know if that's wise.
No, not at all.
You might have him rocked, but he's going to remember, and you see Aaron Biggs, he's getting right back up there. Same as Side Effect. He can absorb a lot, even if you get him on the ropes. As soon as that thing clicks inside of his head, that animal instinct, he's right back on it.
Yeah, like we're seeing right now, it's like a switch has been flipped in the head of Side Effect.
Well, Side Effect trying to do what he can, and he's throwing Biggs into that top turnbuckle. He's got him a little wobbly right now.
Yeah, Biggs looking like he's gonna see birds and stars for a second.
Well, Side Effect, he's got a hold of him again. He's going to send him right back into there one more time. I suppose if it's working, you want to keep on that. And again, you know, both these guys, how often do we really see them on the ropes? If you got something working, you can't let off on it, no matter how basic it may appear to the fans at home. Now, I know that looks basic.
Yeah, I mean, Side Effect's putting together a good plan here. Coming off, Biggs on rubber legs at this point. Can Side Effect take him down?
Well, it's like you said, he's been knocking him loony over there in the corner, throwing his head into that turnbuckle over and over. And you might forget, fans, there's a big old steel bolt inside of that pad. And it did its work because it's put Biggs in a situation where he's getting rocked by wrestling right now. That's hard to do.
Yeah, because not anybody can do that against Aaron Biggs. But Biggs with a knee.
Again, inhuman ability of both men to absorb punishment.
Yeah, but look at the punishment that's being doled out by Aaron Biggs now.
I mean, unfortunately for Biggs, I'd like to say it's something new. And that speed he threw in there, that's the first time we've seen them use that in this contest. That one, I think that X Factor, that one's definitely in Biggs' column.
Oh, that's a good point, Steve. But the delayed reaction by Aaron Biggs, wasting time, verbally exchanging with the fans.
Well, again, he's a big old piece of mass to move through the ring that quick. You don't think that takes something out of him, too? It's a big costume.
Yeah, and that's why I can't understand why Aaron Biggs is doing that.
Because you got to pull out all the stops. He's in there with Side Effect.
Okay.
A guy he's really evenly matched with. If he has an X Factor, it's time to pull it out.
And Biggs going for steam here, coming off. And oh no, no one there. And
took him over the top rope with that clothesline. Great move by Side Effect. And you see his power on firm display there.
yeah, but the energy of Side Effect being expelled there. A Side Effect slow to move to the outside. I mean, well, if there's anybody that can pick up Aaron Biggs, it's going to be Side Effect.
Yeah, but still, as strong as Side Effect is, that's a toll on your body to pick up Aaron Biggs. We say big boy a lot when we see these guys out here. Fans, if you've never seen these guys live, our description of them, hearing their height, hearing their weight, it really doesn't do these men justice. And Side Effect running into the post there.
Steve, the referee up to 8. A Side Effect went into the ring post.
Well, we got to get this back in the ring.
Come on, guys, get up.
It can't end like this.
No way. Oh, referee called for the bell.
Oh, come on. John, we talk about a heartbreaking loss for the wrestlers a lot. This is heartbreaking for the fans. It's heartbreaking for the commentators.
Official wording a double count out.
I mean, it's a moot point. We saw it, we heard it. I know we waited on the announcement, but I mean, John, disappointing. Everyone's disappointed. We're disappointed. The fans are disappointed. These wrestlers, they're mad about it. Eddie Brown, he's mad. He thought it was victory time for his boy today.
Yeah, arguing with referee Trevor.
I want to see this thing again.
Oh, absolutely. But here's the takeaway, Steve. Now, neither of these men will qualify for the Battle Zone match.
Hey, nice it. Hey, nice it. Guess the guy didn't qualify, huh?
All right, fans, we'll be back with another qualifying match right after this.
What do you mean I'm qualified?
Wow, we gonna show up. We can't show wow. RWC.
RWC Universe. It is I, the all-natural, Austin Hale. And I know this year we got off on the wrong foot because I think you should be using mouthwash and deodorant, and you don't think you should. But it's okay. This is a special time of year. It's the holidays. It's a rough time for some people, so please reach out. Be the person you want to be in this world. From my family to yours, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's. Stay natty.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a qualifying match. Coming to the ring first.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with more Ring Wars Carolina BattleGrounds, RWC, an affiliate of the AIWF. And Steve, at this point, we will know one of the competitors, that being former RWC heavyweight champion, Gemstone.
Good luck to his opponent.
I'm going to Battle Zone. The heavyweight title should already be around my waist. But I'm going to prove to Dex and everyone else why I am the best in Ring Wars Carolina.
Well, bold declarations being made by the Diamond of the Ring, Gemstone. And what we know how the fans feel about Gemstone.
You know, I think they're the chagrin the fans take towards Gemstone, it's undeserved. I mean, you can see him right now. He's taking time to slap hands with the fans to show respect to the kids. He's always shaking hands.
Yeah, and then rubs it off.
Again, the fans have grimy hands.
You don't know that for sure.
Post-pandemic, he's protecting himself as well as his opponent. That's my final word on the matter.
Fine. And if you weren't here with us last week, ladies and gentlemen, Battle Zone will take place as the January event for RWC. Interesting match, 30-minute time limit. 2 superstars will start off the match. Every 5 minutes, a new superstar enters. The match is won based on points. There's only 2 ways to get points, either by pinfall or submission. And points can be earned at any time.
And no quick point to make. Other things that happened last week. Jim cost Alex Bryant his AIWF Mid-Atlantic title.
Oh, don't worry, we're going to get into that.
The referee taking the time to keep Gemstone from lying in wait for his opponent. You know he'll look for an opportunity if you're not on top of him.
Gemstone's
It's one of the best qualities about him.
Really? That's the one we're going to pick. One of the fan favorites here in Ring Wars Carolina, Prince Pretty Kaden Pierre.
Well, Kaden Pierre, he's always been a bit of a glad-hander. He really enjoys the adulation the fans provide.
There's just something about him, Steve. I don't know what it is.
Well, wrestling fans have always been drawn to flamboyance. They've always been drawn to that certain je ne sais quoi. If there's something Kaden Pierre has in abundance, it's those qualities, along with speed, agility, and some really, really solid technical knowledge. Don't let flamboyance fool you. Don't let pageantry fool you. He can grab a spotlight when he walks out here, but he's also capable when that bell goes ding.
Oh yeah, former tag team champion of RWC, former RWC junior heavyweight champion. The man is no stranger to gold, knows when the bell rings, it's time to go to work. Referee checking Kaden Pierre now. Well, Steve, so far we know that James Anthony has qualified along with Titan and Tiger. Unfortunately, looks like we may have one vacancy because of the fact that Aaron Biggs and Side Effect both got counted out earlier this evening.
And that was something we didn't anticipate, but man, what a boon to the other competitors.
Yeah, not having one of those two big men in there with you, definitely a favor to whoever is in the Battle Zone match. See Gemstone trying to go for his mark, almost like a chess player, just looking for that right move to open up with.
First guy to blink loses.
Collar and elbow tie up here. Kaden Pierre, not good on strength, but does have leverage. And the showing off by Gemstone as he thinks he did something major, when in reality he didn't.
I mean, he does have a lot of strength, and he did display that, but as far as quickly as Kaden Pierre rolled away the first time, I believe he was in control of some of it the first time. That roll away, that quick roll away, that was ring acumen. However, that time, he landed kind of rough. That time, Jim really put a little bit of hurt behind that. So that time, he started the path to accomplishing something. Whether it's a win today, we'll wait and see. But if I was going to bet money, I'd bet on Gemstone.
Well, that's a solid bet to take. Rear waist lock applied. I mean, the last time these two met at Fan Appreciation 2020, it was for the AIWF World Television Championship. Kaden Pierre came out on the short end of the stick on that one.
Well, Kaden Pierre is showing a lot of athleticism out there, but Jim ready for him. He caught that arm, sends him into the ropes. Pierre with the duck. Kaden coming off the ropes. Nails a spinning. Well, I thought he was going to nail that spinning head scissors.
No, the power of Gemstone stops that. Wait a minute, Kaden Pierre fighting free and goes for the big kick. No, oh!
Nice.
Straight to the back of the head of Gemstone.
Yeah, he missed the initial windup, but he caught him on the playback.
Yeah, you see Gemstone a little bit rocked there. Kaden Pierre coming in straight into the corner and sweeps the leg.
Really took his feet out from under him there.
Now, that's one of the things that Kaden Pierre is known for, is that springboard over into the corner. And look at the way that Gemstone's grabbing his hip there.
You know, John, Jim's a big guy. But at the same time, he's a fast guy. There's not a lot of times we see him out here where speed is something that he loses out to a competitor.
And that's a dangerous combination for Gemstone to have, both size and power and speed.
And Kaden Pierre, he's faster, he's quicker, and you know, when you fly through the air a lot, you forget sometimes. Flyers, at the end of the day, they're just agile strikers. So every time he flies it, Jim, we could be seeing a knockout blow, because it's all about putting you off balance or kicking you in that head.
Yeah, back on the outside here, I hope we don't see what we just saw earlier. No, Kaden Pierre smart to roll Gemstone into the ring. And Kaden Pierre, I thought he was going to go up.
Thought a little better of it. Can't blame him if he goes up. If he gets caught by Jim, that's a quick turnaround.
Yeah, and Kaden Pierre slapped to the back of Gemstone.
I mean, really, just picture this. For instance, Kaden Pierre comes off the top, and Gemstone's ready, manages to get to his feet. I know he's not on his feet right now, but that could be 14-carat kick while you're falling off the top.
Whoa, look at the way that Kaden Pierre landed on his feet, but oh, European uppercut.
You said landed on his feet, but it's also important to note, while you're looking at him land on his feet, he was also missing his mark because he wanted to hit Jim.
And a 2 count only there. And those are good points, Steven. You know, you thought it was going to get one way. I thought it was a good recovery. Apparently it was not, because Gemstone was already one step ahead of Kaden Pierre.
I mean, it was the right recovery. What else are you going to do? Are you going to plant? It was excellent peripheral vision of him when he was already in motion. unfortunately, Jim, such a skilled competitor, an absolute veteran in that ring. I cannot encourage young people who want to become a professional wrestler enough to study tapes of this man so you can decide on another career, because he will decimate you in that ring.
Oh, man, stop the noise over there. Come on. Why would you discourage somebody from following their dream?
Bud, you want to put your kid in the ring with Gemstone?
Actually, my kid loves Gemstone for some reason. I don't know why.
Smart kid.
I'm failing
Smart
as a
kid.
father. I'm absolutely failing as a father.
Apple fell far, far from the tree. Proud of him.
I'm sure you're proud of the way that Gemstone just choked the life out of Kaden Pierre there using the ropes.
Oh, I am. I mean, more than proud, I appreciate what he's doing out there, as anyone would, as anyone who appreciates our sport would. For him to know how to use a chokehold so effectively, feather in his cap. A lot of guys kind of do it half-cocked. Jim, though, he's got that big, meaty hand of his, so when he wraps her around you in any capacity like he does with his fisherman suplex, it could be game over.
Yeah, and I got to give credit in the way that Gemstone interlaced the fingers to try to get the fisherman suplex pin, but Kaden Pierre found a way to power out somehow.
Well, Pierre making his way over to the ropes there might be useful to him if Jim grabs him right now. Technically, the referee can call a break.
But not doing so, allowing Gemstone with I was going to say have a handful of hair, but an exchange of strikes there by both competitors, and Kaden Pierre getting the worst of that exchange as he collapses over into the corner.
Kaden Pierre, he's undoubtedly a skilled competitor, unquestionably capable. We saw in the early goings of this thing. But once Jim gets going out there, John, so often from that point on, this thing's been decided.
Speaking of decided, let's get back to last week here and the decision that Gemstone made to come out and try to get involved in the match of Alex Bryan and Mickey Folk.
Okay, what do you want to say about it?
He had no business being on the ring. None. Zero. Nada. Zilch.
Well, I'm going to stop you right there. Let's put a pin in that thought. So, allow me to provide a perspective here. Jim almost won that TV title a couple weeks ago. He was disappointed in his loss, however you feel about that in the aftermath. Great kick by Kaden Pierre. But when he saw an opportunity to come out and observe for a possible future match, why can't he take that opportunity? He didn't lay hands on Alex Bryant. Alex Bryant took his eye off the prize. He took his eyes off of Mickey Folk. That's on him, not on Jim.
So your justification that Gemstone was out there with a power slam. Wait a minute.
Well, he's in there with a power slam. He wasn't out there last time with the power slam.
No, but okay, so your justification as we see the fall-away slam by Gemstone is that Gemstone was only out there scouting his next potential opponent, whoever won the championship match.
Prove me wrong.
He knew what it was wrong. Getting in the head
Perspective, man. Apples and oranges. Alex Bryant could have focused. He may have walked out the champion. His fault. But what's going on right now in that ring, Kaden Pierre hasn't taken his eyes off things, neither has his opponent, and they're having a great contest.
Oh, and the boots being applied to Kaden Pierre now. And this is where Gemstone shines with those long legs of his. Going up slowly.
And Jim, he's perched, and he's a big boy. If he comes off and hits it, Kaden Pierre can be done. And Jim, he overshot his mark there.
Or did Kaden Pierre roll out of the way and avoided the frog splash of Gemstone?
I think a little bit of both, but I think he just measured out too far. Kaden Pierre was really close when he flew off the top there. He caught him with a shot there, though, did Kaden Pierre. And now a great head scissors on top of Jim, trying to fly out of the corner. Excellent job taking him down, using his weight to pull him all the way over in that maneuver.
Yeah, Kaden Pierre, good bicycle kick, and lays Gemstone out.
And right now, Kaden Pierre in a prime position, hook of the leg.
2 count, though. And the frustration of Kaden Pierre sets in. And this is a disadvantage of Kaden Pierre. We know, because we have seen it time and time again, Kaden Pierre can be a hothead.
I don't know, though, man. I know he might be frustrated by that, but that's not what I saw. I saw adrenaline. I saw fire. He was a little slow to get up, but Jim's been beating the tar out of him out there. Turns him around. Big-time clothesline. Almost took his head off there.
And Gemstone grabbing the jaw. I tell you what, I think Gemstone's at this point just inflicting punishment for the sake of doing so.
Well, that's one side of the coin. But Kaden Pierre, he's had an answer every time Jim thought he had him down for the count. He's kicked out a lot of times when a lot of other guys might choose to call it a day, and why wouldn't you? You're in there with Jim. You feel it when that guy hits you. He's not just effective, he's deadly.
You see it now. With Kaden Pierre rolling to the side, still has life left in his body, but very, very deoxygenated out there now. Needs to catch his breath.
Yeah, he's sucking wind. He's got great conditioning on his side, though. If he can get away from Jim for 8 seconds, he can recharge that tank. Jim coming in after him, though. Nice leap and splash in the corner there.
Yeah, Gemstone, this is where I've got to give credit. He's staying on top of Kaden Pierre. And every move that Gemstone has hit has been with such power that it's rocked Kaden Pierre.
Well, that's the magnitude of the abilities of a man like Gemstone.
Gemstone now.
Trying a superplex.
But Kaden Pierre blocking and going to work on that kidney and powers off Gemstone.
Really lucky to push him off there. I didn't think he had the power needed in those punches, but he got his arms underneath Jim's arms, and that was enough to push him when you get on his chest.
Steve, you hit anybody right in the kidney. Kaden's ready to fly high and, gets a double knee straight on the chest. But so much energy expelled by Kaden Pierre that he can't get over to make the cover.
Well, Kaden Pierre with an excellent meteor off the top there. And that rocked Jim's socks. He's certainly not quick to get up on that one. But Kaden Pierre, so much punishment. And as you aforementioned, so much exhaustion being deoxygenated during this thing that he's having trouble with the follow-up. And he's racing Jim to see who gets on their feet first. He has his wits about him, though, and he flies into Jim with a back elbow.
Yeah, and another rear forearm strike there. And wait a minute, Kaden catches Gemstone, gets a good chop. And Kaden Pierre getting ready to use the ropes as leverage to come up. Holy moly, what a gymnastic move out of Kaden Pierre.
And Kaden Pierre having a great showing at the moment, leaps at Jim with that kick. It was almost like watching Crouching Tiger hit a dragon. I'm flying back in time, and great cartwheels here by Kaden Pierre and landing against Jim there. And again, he waffled in between himself and the turnbuckles there.
Well, Kaden thinks he's got Jim's number, and one there, though. When Kaden comes over to that side of the ring, holy moly, the speed of Kaden Pierre, swing and a miss, and sweeps the leg.
Well, good for the goose, good for the gander. A change-up for both men in that corner. Each one of these guys have been so ready for one another during this contest. Any man's game, Kaden Pierre enjoying the moment, possibly a mistake. And he stepped on top of Jim. That is questionable.
Yeah, putting the feet in the sternum and a hip attack into the corner, and I'm not calling that one.
I mean, he made a decision there. Whether it comes back to bite him, we'll see. And a great run into the corner there. Really nailed Jim with the knees to his face.
Kaden Pierre smart to pull Gemstone to the center of the ring, going for a pin. Hooks the leg and presses the shoulders, but still only a 2 count.
Unique way to hook the legs and press down on Jim's shoulders, but I mean, that's one way to get the leverage on top of him. Jim, really strong upper body. Good call by Kaden Pierre to be aware and see what you can do to neutralize that upper body strength.
Yeah, slow kicks now by Kaden Pierre. I mean, even though he is in control of the match at this moment, a lot of energy's been expelled so far in this match. Kaden Pierre probably not at 100%. As we see the slow way he climbs up to the top rope, and man, that pool was empty.
It really, really was. And again, I think Jim already too close when he started. It didn't take much to roll out of the way. And he's got him up. I thought he was going to go for that buckle bomb he favors, but Kaden Pierre wisely got out of it.
And kicks the back of the leg and takes down Gemstone again, coming off the ropes. Kaden Pierre, face buster to Gemstone.
And Gemstone, lucky to not lose a tooth there.
And Kaden Pierre pulling Gemstone away so that he cannot grab the ropes with the long arms and legs of his.
And Pierre, he's tapping that turnbuckle. He says it's time. Let's see what he's got, John.
I tell you what, Kaden Pierre keeps going to the top. This is very risky at this point. Didn't get all of it, though.
He did get some of it, though. And that head coming from that height directly into the abdomen of Gemstone. Even a guy that big, even a guy that strong, even a guy with a core that is foundationally as sound as Gemstone has, that'll take the fight out of you. And it certainly had an effect. Kaden Pierre did nearly get the pinfall there.
Yeah, very close one. I mean, at this point, with the energy both men have spent in this match, you got to think one big move, and that'll be the end of your opponent. And there's that buckle bomb you were talking about, Steve.
And here's the follow-up with a release belly to belly. And Kaden Pierre, you can scout the tapes, you can anticipate that, but being in the ring with Gemstone, stopping it from happening once it's in motion, oh my Lord, good luck to anyone.
Yeah, and Kaden Pierre kicking out with almost instinct at that point, because with the power that Gemstone executed those moves, you normally would think that would have been a 3 count.
I mean, Kaden Pierre, he's a player, man. Don't forget that for a moment. However good Jim looks, and Jim is really good.
Yes, he is. Gemstone bringing Kaden Pierre up, trying to put the finishing touches on Prince Pretty.
Kaden Pierre, though, nice torque of the arm and a kick to the gut coming off the ropes. And he nails the bicycle kick to the back of the head. That brings the big man down to the mat, and Gemstone in trouble right now. Kaden Pierre going for a cover, slow to get to it, though.
Oh! Would have been a 3 except for the leg being draped over the bottom rope by Gemstone.
John, I honestly didn't see that at first. My heart skipped a beat. I thought Kaden Pierre was on the verge of accomplishing a miracle.
Major feat if he would have done so, Steven.
I mean, Jim's the real deal out there. And Kaden Pierre, he's been incredible out there today.
Kaden Pierre targeting Gemstone now.
Well, Pierre going in after him.
Uses the ropes for leverage, but Gemstone decides to set up instead.
Well, Pierre fell off his back.
14-carat kick by Gemstone.
Well, I think this one we can call it right now.
You can count to 100. And Gemstone will move on to the Battle Zone match that will be happening on January 6th.
Kaden Pierre, man, what a showing from this guy today.
Yeah, Kaden Pierre definitely left it all in the ring.
Gemstone, though, I said it before, I'll say it again. That man is a freak of nature athlete. The things he can do in there, the speed combined with his power, an almost insurmountable obstacle for anyone. And for that guy to be in this tournament, man, that is a clear path to that heavyweight title.
Steve, circle your calendar. You're not going to hear me say this often. The odds-on favorite in Battle Zone now, Gemstone.
Oh, John, you're not wrong about that.
We'll be back with more Ring Wars Carolina BattleGrounds.
Get a good look at this. This is the future. I'm the past, the present, and the future of RWC. I hold the crown. It's all just a matter of time.
Wow, we gonna show up. We came to show out.
RWC.
We've been here all night. RWC faithful. I just found a gemstone. So, are you guys ready for your main event? Are you guys ready for your main event? I told you guys tonight is going to be special for our last
Well, Dex Carter being generous, giving 3 men one last bite at the apple to qualify for the Battle Zone match. And we know one of them because Dex Carter introduced Adrenaline RJ Weaver, your 2023 Candy Ball winner.
Well, RJ Weaver, despite one recent blemish against Xander Keys for the junior heavyweight title, has had an incredible win-loss.
The future world champion. Let's go work.
Bold words, but to back it up, as I was saying, he has had an incredible win-loss record recently.
Yeah, I mean, and think about back to that Candy Bowl Battle Royal. The last person he eliminated was Gemstone. That says volumes about the abilities of this young man.
And RJ Weaver calling for the fans to get to their feet. But if we're being honest, they were already on their feet for it. He is an incredible fan favorite here. These guys love him, and to be fair, he is exciting to watch.
Yes, he is.
Kind of hard to hate on, really.
But he's going to have his work cut out for he's facing not one, but 2 competitors.
Well, John, that is familiar territory that we're hearing from Mr. Weaver.
Right back to Dubai with me.
Well, Xander Keys in this one, I mean, you see he wants to add that heavyweight championship around his waist, take it back to his big mansion in Dubai.
Well, you see what else he's already added to his repertoire, Mr. Corleone out there.
Yeah, Leon Corleone, he doesn't align himself with a lot of slackers or what you would call ham and eggers. He looks for the blue chippers. And this is a very wise move, I agree, Stephen, by Xander Keys to add Corleone.
Seeing him back here, it's a good indicator of how things will go for Mr. Keys.
Yeah, but there's still that X factor, the 3rd competitor in the match.
And RJ Weaver, he's got to be feeling the pressure right now. This was his albatross recently.
The best thing RJ Weaver can do is whoever comes through that curtain next, let him go pillar to post with Xander Keys and wait for that opportune moment to hit your big move, kid. All right, who's it gonna be?
G-Moniy in the house. Watch your mouth.
You see G-Moniy posing with the heavyweight championship.
Champion square. Champion square.
Well, he's saying 2 belts, champion squared. And you know, when this guy's in the house, anything's possible.
Oh yeah, I mean we've seen him take on some tough people here on the RWC roster. We've seen people he's faced that have come from the outside, and every time G-Moniy knows how to step up his game and win a couple here and there. And this could be the one.
Oh, he knows how to do more than win a couple here and there. He has mounted an incredible track record in this industry. And it's all led him to that TV title that he's got.
Yeah, I mean, that big win over Movie Mike just helped G-Money's stock rise that much more. But RJ Weaver If he's smart, you find a corner and you just wait, kid.
And you know, looking at these guys in this contest today, every guy in here has built a lot of momentum. As you aforementioned, Candy Bowl winner in the corner there, RJ Weaver. In the blue there, Mr. G-Moniy, a TV champion. Wearing the black, Mr. Keys, junior heavyweight champion. And every one of these guys has a chance to move forward and potentially become heavyweight champion.
Yeah, getting in that battle zone match is the way to do it.
Fans really taken to that
Hey,
callback.
Oh, yeah.
Seem a little biased there, John. You were really happy to throw in.
Why not? Well, look at RJ Weaver just getting shoved out of the way, being dismissed by G-Moniy and Xander Keys.
Well, that is incredibly foolish by both of those guys.
But look at the way that they tower over Adrenaline RJ Weaver, though.
John, we've seen what this guy can do. It's idiotic to dismiss him. If you dismiss him, he can take you out in a heartbeat. Let's say those big guys out there, they just club away on each other for a while. They dismiss the thought that RJ Weaver can win this match. Man, they'll nail one of those really impressive moves.
Split-legged drop kick by RJ Weaver.
He'll fly through the air, he'll knock them out, he'll throw them out of the way, and he'll get that pin for all their hard work.
Yeah, and look at the power. Oh! Double hip toss. Xander Keys and G-Moniy on the same page for a second.
Interesting to see those two performing tandem offense, and again, pancake the young man.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point they knew you take out RJ Weaver, side headlock applied by the junior heavyweight champion.
Do you think this is a little bit of hate from the veterans here? You know, they feel like they're the guys in the spotlight. They're the guys the spotlight should stay on.
Look at Leon just hitting.
Well, I took my eyes off it. I didn't see that.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
much like the two big guys wrestling right now. But again, you know, they feel like maybe they should be the guys with the spotlight on them. RJ's in the way of their spotlight. Like, they're not even, if you think he's that weak, why wouldn't you get the other guy out of the way and pin RJ? Do it quick. I'm not seeing that.
No.
So I'm not sure what the decision is here to just brush him off to the side.
One word, 3 letters, E-G-O, ego.
Well, that's healthy for most wrestlers. But again, take your eyes off RJ. Like I said, he's right there. This time it's a schoolboy. And again, a follow-up with a roll-up, a heartbeat later. But I'm telling you, one of these times it's going to be a kick to the head and done deal when that guy flies. That's a lot of speed. And he might not have the weight advantage, but you combine speed with your weight and how fast he's going, that's several hundred pounds flying at you in the end of force.
Oh, yeah, and we know that when RJ Weaver flies, he can get the force behind him. And RJ Weaver going for it big, but Xander Keys stopping RJ cold in his tracks.
And Xander Keys, well, he's hooking up G-Moniy right now, trying to do a double full Nelson of sorts, questionable. And a good full Nelson face slam there.
But G-Moniy quick to break up the pin.
And Xander Keys asking what the problem is. The problem is you both want to move forward. You can't possibly think G-Money's going to move out of the way for you.
No, not at all. G-Moniy, I mean, to be so close to the brass ring that he's ever been, he's not going to waste or squander this opportunity.
Well, Xander Keys taking him and RJ Weaver to task at the moment. The gentleman from Dubai doing very well in there.
Yeah.
The fans don't like it. Can't really blame them for that.
Look at the speed of RJ Weaver, though. Abdominal stretch out of this young man.
And he can do a lot of things with his agility here. He could roll him up. He could slam him from this. But Xander Keys trying to hip toss out of it. RJ Weaver lands on his feet, though, but into a sleeper hold by Xander Keys.
Yeah, G-Moniy.
And this
well,
is...
look, G-Moniy coming from behind now. Best move he could do, and put the sleeper on Xander Keys.
And this is the problem with a three-way contest. As much as you want to focus when you have an advantage, as soon as you really, really center in on one guy, that other guy's behind you.
And RJ Weaver using the jawbreaker to break loose, but all men.
I mean, technically, so did Xander Keys by proxy.
Yeah. And RJ Weaver.
Yep. He's got them both hooked up. Sliced bread number 2 by Mr. Weaver.
So both, pick one, kid. Go for it.
Another attempt by him going to the other guy. Unfortunately for him, the bigger guy who's had more time.
Weaver's going back again.
Well, right now, the best he can hope for is that those hook of the legs, those presses, that they help exhaust those 2 men. Just go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Again, his speed, his conditioning, his X factor.
Yeah, letting frustration set in, though. A little bit of inexperience there by R.J. Weaver, and gets caught by the RWC Junior Heavyweight Champion.
I don't even know that was inexperience. It was just unfortunate. What's he supposed to do? Not go after Xander Keys?
Wait a minute.
And again, that was combo offense by Xander and G-Moniy. G-Moniy nearly getting a pinfall out of it. Xander Keys very, very quick to stop that.
Oh, yeah. Keys was trying to consult with Mr. Corleone on the outside.
Xander Keys going back and forth, much like Mr. Weaver did with the pinfall attempts earlier there, and a push-up with his hand on the back of the neck of Mr. Weaver, and up and down. Just think, that's force going up and down, so that's really a lot of pressure coming down over and over again with a little bit of torque.
Yeah, speaking of pressure, the pressure that Keys used to put his knee straight on the neck, the back of the neck of G-Moniy. But this is what you got to do, Steve.
Both men, he's focused on the necks of both men, John.
Yeah. Well, we know that Dubai bye-bye puts a lot of people away, so it'd be smart to wear down the neck before you go for it.
Sure would. He slams you down with that, and your neck's already bad. But I don't want to get up thinking about it.
Not at all. And
you might not like that guy, but Xander Keys, he's capable. He is so capable.
And capable of wasting time at the moment when he should be trying to pin one of these 2 other men.
Well, you're not wrong. I guess that's your one time this broadcast.
Get one every now and again.
And G-Moniy and Xander really going at it in there.
Yeah, being dismissive of R.J. Weaver. Why not? R.J. Weaver collapsed on the mat over in the corner. As we see these 2 men fighting away. G-Moniy going for the big knife edge chop and gets it. But looks like it stung the hand of G-Moniy.
Yeah, you're right about that. You're right about that. And you know, Xander Keys, you got to think in the back of his head, he's thinking that TV title might be good for him too. So if he wins this match today, let's say he moves on, that world title match doesn't work out for him. Technically, he'd have a victory they could parlay into a TV title opportunity.
Become a double champion that way. It's possible.
Much like G-Moniy was talking about, he'd be 2 belts squared.
There you go. Irish whip into the corner. G-Moniy coming in with the head of steam, but gets caught by the boot of Xander Keys. Keys targeting and, gets caught.
Well scouted by G-Moniy. And a shot to the head of Xander Keys, not helping him out. And G-Moniy, with that big old hand of his, really turning the chest of Xander Keys another color, man. That's starting to look a bit scarlet, kind of purple.
And the knife edge chops by G-Moniy are just devastating to Xander Keys.
Yeah, but man, what he does next, man, that's a whole nother story. Those chops hurts. That shot to the side of the head, that's not great. But this next one, that can put you down. But R.J. Weaver.
R.J. Weaver coming over. G-Moniy was trying to go for the suplex.
Everyone keeps forgetting this guy's here, and it's costing them at every vantage point.
Yeah, but look at the energy that R.J. Weaver needed to pull that off on those 2 big men.
Yeah, but man, if there's a guy whose conditioning makes up for the kind of force that requires you to get those 2 guys down from that position, it's R.J. Weaver.
And R.J. Weaver now, I can't see him from this vantage point. We see G-Moniy trying to roll around, but Xander Keys slow to move at all. Look at,
R.J. Weaver on his feet, he's ready for them both, bud.
Yeah, he's got energy for days now.
And G-Moniy, he turns around. R.J. Weaver there to meet him with that clothesline going over to Xander Keys. Got one for him too. Coming off again, one more time to G, one more time to Xander, and back and forth this young man goes. Coming off the ropes now. Ducked by G-Moniy, but the flying lariat nails Xander Keys.
Yeah, But G-Moniy able to avoid it, which has given him the chance now to put RJ Weaver down and punch his ticket to Battle Zone.
And G, hook of the leg here. Xander Keys there to stop it. I think Weaver got his shoulder up before he got there, but
I'm not sure about that one, Steve. I think that might have been Keys breaking that one up.
no. Regardless, the match continues.
RJ Weaver rolling to the side as G-Moniy looking for the remix.
Well, he's got Xander Keys up on his shoulders.
That could be all she wrote.
Death Valley driver. That can knock anyone's socks off. And Xander Keys, he's trying to roll away, at least get near those ropes. He knows that G-Moniy can end it right now.
G-Moniy using the ropes for leverage. Springboard straight on the spine of Xander Keys.
Man, he used Xander Keys there. He springboarded off Xander Keys.
Yeah, I mean, to use the body of your opponent to help you gain momentum, that's a whole other level.
Well, G-Moniy, man, he knows how to make it happen in there. We've seen him do it so many times before. And RJ Weaver sees him getting up on that top rope, and that's his territory. He shoves G-Moniy down. G-Moniy, he could be knocked out now, John.
Oh,
he
yeah.
could be knocked out. It's do or die time for Mr. Weaver in there with Mr. Keys.
Wait a minute, Corleone getting involved. Thank you, Mr. Referee, for standing in.
Well, for everything the referee tried to do to break that up to get in the way of the offense, Xander Keys has him for an elevated DDT.
Going for a pin. That could be it. Using the rope for leverage.
He's got it.
Waiting for the bell and the official word. But we already know Xander Keys, your winner. Xander Keys will be going on to Battle Zone. All right, Steve, so we know it will be James Anthony, Titan, Tiger, Gemstone, and this man, Xander Keys. And now the big question starts to become, what about that sixth spot?
Future heavyweight champion of RWC, and I'm taking that championship back to Dubai. Dubai.
Well, John, a lot of guys saying they're going to be the next heavyweight champion that are moving on in this thing, and it's a heck of a playing field right now. A lot of strong competitors out there, and Xander Keys not wrong to be confident. Again, that guy's had a lot of momentum moving forward, but as you said, there is a question mark because there's one more spot, and we have no idea how that's going to play out.
Or if Dex Carter's going to even decide to fill it instead of just making a five-way instead.
We'll have to wait to hear.
Yeah, you're going to have to stay tuned to our Facebook and Instagram at Ring Wars Carolina. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube, Ring Wars Carolina TV. Also available on the King Network app, kingnetworktv.com. I want to thank you again for joining us for another episode of Ring Wars Carolina BattleGrounds. For Stephen Hensley, this is the voice of tradition, Jonathan Darwin, saying thank you